President Trump and Israel have launched unprovoked attacks on Iran. The mass media is beating the war drums again as Israel and the US try to manufacture consent for war. Never forget that Iran is the #1 impediment to Israeli domination in the region. With propaganda efforts in full swing, here are 3 things that Israel and the US don't want you to know. First, Iran wouldn't even have a nuclear program if the US hadn't given it to them. Think about it. Iran is one of the most oil-rich places on Earth. What do they need nuclear power for anyway? They don't. It was President Dwight Eisenhower who first brought nuclear technology to Iran through the Atoms for Peace program that ran from 1957 right up until Iran handed the US its walking papers in 1979. Believe it or not, Ike thought that spreading nuclear know-how was a way of discouraging countries from creating nuclear weapons. As political science professor Matthew Furman told the History Channel, he thought that sharing nuclear technology for peaceful purposes would reduce the incentives of countries to want to make nuclear bombs. The only reason that Israel, India, or Pakistan have nuclear weapons is because of the nuclear assistance that the United States gave them. If Iran has nukes, that's on us too. Which brings us to our second point. Israel has had nuclear weapons since the 1950s. It's a big secret that's not a secret at all. Fun tidbit. People who believe that Israel was behind the Kennedy assassination point to JFK's opposition to Israel's nuclear ambitions. Kennedy insisted that Israel open up its Dimona nuclear facility to inspectors. It's likely he also knew about the Israeli theft of weapons-grade uranium from an American nuclear plant in Apollo, Pennsylvania. Some have suggested that JFK's resistance put a big old target on his back and front. But we don't need to speculate about the existence of Israel's nuclear weapons. According to The Guardian, Israel has about 80 warheads, putting them on the same level as India and Pakistan. The existence of Israeli nuclear weapons has been an open secret since nuclear technician Mordecai Vanunu blew the whistle in 1986. Israel even tried to sell nuclear weapons to South Africa in 1975. They boasted their weapons came in 3 sizes. Meanwhile, Benjamin Netanyahu has been crying wolf about Iran developing nuclear weapons in 2 to 3 years since 1992. This is a classic case of projection, accusing an enemy of the very misdeeds the accuser is guilty of. This form of rhetorical mirroring is also an old propaganda technique, designed to shift blame onto an opponent. My third and final point, I don't hear this one mentioned very frequently. Iran cannot drop a nuclear weapon on Israel without killing a whole lot of Palestinians. Now, one of the reasons that Iran and Israel hate each other so much is because of Iran's continued support for the Palestinian people. This is funny. Before Iran's Islamic Revolution in 1979, the US and Israel used to be best buddies with Iran. It's said that Mossad and the CIA helped create Savak, Iran's brutal internal intelligence service notorious for disappearing and torturing dissidents under the Shah. After the revolution, Iran became one of the most important supporters of the Palestinian people. According to the US State Department, Iran gives about $100 million a year to different Palestinian groups. This drives Israel nuts. Iran, as the most significant supporter of Palestinians, does not want to murder Palestinians. It would be impossible to use nuclear weapons on Israel without killing many, many Palestinians. According to the Times of Israel, an attack on Jerusalem could be expected to wipe out as many as 400,000 Palestinians. Similarly, an attack on Tel Aviv would send nuclear fallout across the region, killing many, many more Palestinians. This kind of defeats the purpose of defending Palestinians from Israel, don't you think? Just by way of comparison, according to the human rights organization Euromed Human Rights Monitor, Israel dropped the equivalent of 2 nuclear bombs on Gaza in just the first month after October 7th. Hiroshima and Nagasaki were only about 15,000 tons worth of explosives. Israel dropped 25,000 tons of explosives on Gaza by November 2023. These facts are all very inconvenient for Israeli and American warmongers hoping to drag the United States into another unwinnable Middle East conflict. Resist the call to war, brothers and sisters. Give peace a chance. Please also give a like, follow, favorite, repost, and follow my Linktree to sign up for my Substack. Let's make them pay.